The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud
Your caps and join us as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Veterans Memorial Field in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. This is the championship game, the Northeast Regional Tournament of Junior American Legion, in a game today between Kingston, Rhode Island, and Bristol, Connecticut. So right now, I believe they might be going over the oath of the players. And we'll get you with the lineups in a second, but both these teams, Bristol winning a great game yesterday as well as Kingston, Rhode Island, both of them winning tough tussles yesterday. Bristol winning in the bottom of the 7th inning on an error over Dover, New Hampshire, and that was a great game. Great game to watch as well as to broadcast. Well, we have our GoPro image here behind home plate. We'll do the best we can to get the best image we can. As time goes on, we'll try to adjust it. Originally, I thought this was a 4 o'clock start. They made a quick change because of the weather here in Connecticut, so they decided to start the game at 3 instead. Kingston, Rhode Island will be the visitors. They're in their usual black shirts, gray pants, gray numbers, gray hats, and they will be in the third base dugout today. And over on the first base dugout is Bristol in their usual gray shirts with red sleeves, red numbers, red hats, and so on. But we're ready to go here as the umpires get ready. The field looks in great shape. It rained here yesterday all day, on and off throughout the games. So today, quite different. It is mostly cloudy here in Connecticut, but then there is some threat of rain, but not to come till later on this evening. So hopefully they'll be able to get this one in without any delay. On the mound today for Bristol is Anthony Marotti. Now, Anthony yesterday pitched the first inning of the game they played yesterday against Dover, and he didn't get out of the first inning, so he only threw about 29 pitches. So we'll have to watch his pitch count today as they put him on the mound now. He's the second leading pitcher for this Bristol team, and I'll tell you, yesterday, the third baseman for Bristol today, Nicky Ruffino, did a yeoman's work yesterday, coming in the first inning and pitching a whale of a game in that 4-3 victory over Dover post-8 of New Hampshire. Well, leading it off for Kingston, Rhode Island will be Scott Cromack, the shortstop, followed by Sammy Laurie, the center fielder. Andrew Mosher will play left field and bat third. In the cleanup spot is Owen Caldwell. He'll play first base. Aiden Kilty plays third base. He'll bat fifth. Owen Costa behind the dish, catching the balls and strikes for Kingston, will bat sixth. Tyler McNamara will play right field and bat seventh. TJ Murphy will be the designated hitter today. And Billy Roach, the hero for the most part of yesterday's game, where he was on base all 3 times up, will bat ninth. As we said, on the mound for Bristol is Anthony Marotti. Behind the plate is Owen Davis. Kyle Loretti is down there at first base. Over at second base is Matty D'Amato. Shortstop Evan Bouchard. And third base Nick Ruffino. Left field is Tyler Donahue. Center fielder Joe Crowley. And in right field will be Jack Kozakowski. We're just about ready to get underway for the Northeast Regional Championship game here at Veterans Memorial Field. It's quite a big ballpark if you've never been here. 325 down the left field line, 380 feet in straight center field, and in right field it's 325 as well. Dugouts are actually dug out here, and they have a protective fence in front of them. And the first pitch of the game is ball one to the leadoff hitter, Scott Cromack. And here's the 1-0, and it's in there for a strike. It's 1-1. For Kingston, Rhode Island yesterday, Cromack was on base 2 out of his 4 times. Well, he was on base once, mostly grounding out the third twice and walking and grounding out to short. So 2 balls and 1 strike now to Scott. As we said, Marotti on the mound again for Bristol, his second day in a row. And here's a pitch. It's blooped out into left center field. Chasing, it's the center fielder and left fielder, and the center fielder makes the catch. Pretty play out there in left center by the center fielder, Joey Crowley. And there's 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the first.
Center fielder, number 5.
Well, we'll see if we see any of these jets coming over the park today. Usually we do see some major jets coming over as they head towards Bradley International Airport, which is only about a mile or 2 away from here. Now it's up is the left-hander, Scotty Laurie, and he takes the first pitch for a strike. And yesterday, Scott was really one of the heroes of that game as he ended up with an RBI sac fly, a base hit on a bunt, a double to score 2 runs in that 6-1 victory that Kingston, Rhode Island had over Franklin Post 75 of Massachusetts. American flag proudly waving out in center field, so there is some wind today, none of it yesterday. There's a pop-up in the infield, and it's chased by the first baseman who backs up a little bit on the outfield grass and makes the one-handed catch. So 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first.
Left fielder, number 10, Andrew Mosher.
Andrew Mosher steps in now from the right-handed side as they're using that aluminum bat. You can see it behind his head, the Easton. That's a connection bat, two-tone. That's 2 pieces. They do use the metal aluminum bat, well, metal bats in junior Northeast regional play, as they did in the senior division, which my understanding is Braintree, Massachusetts won. They're winning the title yesterday, and it'll be on their way to the American Legion World Series down there in Shelby, North Carolina, probably by a couple days from now. And here's the 2-0 pitch. It's down low for ball 3. There is no American Legion World Series for the juniors. Well, I assume they're going to be working on it in years to come. This is as far as these young men can go in the Northeast, and this is it. The Northeast Regional Junior American Legion Championship. And there's a strike right down. Pretty pitch down to 3-0. Usual. Splits the plate. Taking all the way was Mosher. And here's the 3-1 delivery. And it's inside ball 4. So Kingston, Rhode Island have their first base runner here in the top of the first with 2 outs.
First baseman, number 25.
Anthony Marotti played his JV ball in varsity at Bristol Eastern. He's really their number 2 pitcher. He actually pitched a complete game victory for the Connecticut title. Now Marotti working from the stretch now. Throws over to first, getting back easily is Mosher. Owen Caldwell up now to first baseman. Caldwell yesterday was 1 for 4. And here's the pitch. It's sliced foul on the left field line towards the pavilion they have down here. They have a concession stand here today. And now the umbrellas are up a little bit, but not from rain. They're up from the sun, which we have beating overhead. It's about 82 degrees here in Windsor Locks. There's a curveball, it just misses, so it's 1-1. Last night it was about 73 degrees throughout the game. Cloudy, rainy, muggy, just a terrible day. And a wet baseball the whole time. And there's a ball down low, so it's 2-1. Because of the weather here, they decided to start this game about an hour early. If you just joined us, it's no score, top of the first. 2 outs and a runner on first. For Kingston, Rhode Island, by the flip of the coin, they are the visitors. Marotti comes set, now deals. And there's a ball low, so it's 3-1. And there's a strike, so it's 3-2. The runner will be going now. And the usual call, wait till he delivers, will come up from the coaching box. On the third base side, both coaches and all the coaches here to coach third or first base have to wear protective helmets here. It's a rule in American Legion play. Not so in high school. Coaches don't have to wear protective helmets. Players do if they do happen to coach the bases. But these helmets that the coaches wear here in American Legion don't have to have a flap on them. And here's Marati's 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. And the slide steps, throws it in there, and this one's popped up foul out of play, so we'll do it again. And here's the 3-2 pitch. And it popped up again, sliced on the left field side. A little protective swing there, 3-2. Close enough to go after. So it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs again now. If anything, it ends up being a quality at bat, is the secret here to knocking off Bristol today will be to run up the pitch count on Anthony Marati. He's already got a 29 pitch count going into the game, because he started yesterday's game. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to short. Should be able to take it the easy way, and Bouchard gets it. He throws it the long way across, and he gets the out. Had to do that because of the runner going on the pitch. So score that one is 6-3 if you like to do that in the scorebook. So the top of the first, it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first. Bristol coming to bat.
SportingNewsCT.com.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
This isn't Madison Square Garden. These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick. But these players are practicing for something important. While they work on their jump shots, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, how to deal with wins and losses. Skills that will make them winners long after they leave the court. Support high school activities in your community, because when kids take part, they get set for life. National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
All right, back here at Veterans Memorial Field in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. A lot of puffy white clouds up there. It's a mostly cloudy day, a little sticky.
Leading off for Bristol, shortstop
some fans
12,
circling around this area here behind home plate, using umbrellas to block the sun. Leading it off for Bristol in the bottom of the first, they're the home team by way of a flip of a coin, is Evan Bouchard. He'll be followed by Tyler Donahue. As he takes strike 1, does Evan. Dylan Hudson, the designated hitter, will bat 3rd. Matty D'Amato, the second baseman, will bat 4th. Joe Crowley, the center fielder, 5th. Jack Kozakowski, the right fielder, 6th. Anthony Marati, the pitcher, 7th. Kyle Reddy, the first baseman, 8th. 9th, Nicky Ruffino. Owen Davis will be DH'd for today. He's the catcher for Bristol. There's a line shot into the gap. Well, it's caught by the left fielder. Nice one-handed play out there, playing him right there. And scored out an L7. And there's 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the first.
Number 16, Tyler Donahue.
Tyler Donahue yesterday got an RBI suicide squeeze, scored a run, and also got a single, walked twice. And here's the pitch, and it's in there for strike 1. A little bit of controversy last night as the game ended. He ended on an errant throw by the Dover first baseman all the way to 3rd, and it got by him. There was some argument as to whether or not there's obstruction, and the umpires ruled there wasn't. So Bristol's here, and Dover Post 8, New Hampshire is not. They played in the consolation game earlier today. And here's the pitch from the pitcher on the mound is Ben Broody. And behind the plate, catching those balls and strikes on the dish on this 2-1 count is Owen Costa. And we'll get the rest of the infield in a minute. There's a chopper, ground ball to the 3rd baseman. That's Aiden Kilty, and it's over to 1st for the first out. Second out, rather. Owen Caldwell at first. You just met him. Billy Roach is the second baseman. Scott Cormack is at short. Aiden Kilty, you met him already. He's the 3rd baseman, already has his first assist of the game. From left to right in the outfield, Andrew Mosier in left. He already caught one already. Sammy Laurie out there in center field. A lot of ground to cover out there. And Tyler McNamara out there in right field for Kingston, Rhode Island. Well, stepping in is Dylan Hudson, the lefty. Dylan Hudson's a freshman who played on all 3 teams at Bristol Central this year, varsity JV and freshman. He takes ball 1. Hudson yesterday was 0 for 3, had 1 sack bunt, which ultimately allowed the winning run to come across. And there's a strike. So it's 1-1. Pretty curveball that time by the pitcher, Ben Broody, who's basically going from a wind-up. It looks almost like a stretch in a way, as his front foot is in front of his pivot foot, which in CIAC rules in Connecticut is not allowed. Strange rule in Connecticut, you have to have your front left foot, if you're a right-handed pitcher, equal to or behind the rubber or on it or equal to it. Can't put it in front of it to start. Here's the pitch, curveball, and strike 3 called. Pretty curveball from Ben Broody. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the first for Bristol. We'll be right back. The top of the 2nd inning here in the Northeast Regional Junior American Legion Championship game after these important messages.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
There, welcome back. Veterans Memorial Field, Windsor Locks, Connecticut. That's the site. The game, the Northeast Junior American Legion Championship game between Bristol Post 2 and the Kingston, Rhode Island Post. We're going to the top of the 2nd inning, no score, and that's going to bring up the 5-hitter for Kingston, Rhode Island, Aiden Kilty, the 3rd baseman.
Leading off for South Kingston, the 3rd baseman, number 24.
This is South Kingston, I guess, to be more accurate. Aiden Kilty was, let me see, got an infield single yesterday, walked, got on 3 times, but did not get a base hit. Or got 1 base hit, rather, an infield single and an RBI. And there's a strike from Marotti. So I guess that pitch count is going to be the most important thing for Bristol's Anthony Marotti, rather. Here's the 0-1, and it's low for a ball. So you would think he'd want to attack that strike zone and try to pitch the contact to make his 7 innings. And there's the 1-1 count now. And here's the delivery. Here's sliced foul back to the backstop, so it's 1-2. And here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a slow grounder. The 3rd baseman will cut across. That's Ruffino. He'll make the throw over to first to get the out. So that time, Aiden Kilty just reached out, tapped it down to the 3rd baseman who made the play. You know, that's the key, really, to put the ball in play. Somebody's got to field it, pick it up, throw it. Somebody's got to catch it.
Owen Costa.
Owen Costa steps up to the plate now. You probably heard that from the public address announcer. Here with 1 out in the top of the 2nd. Marotti's first pitch, and there's ground ball to the 3rd baseman. Fino gets it again, throws it over to first. Deja vu for him. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 2nd. A lot of maple trees out in center field. You can see on our monitor. What you're looking at is a GoPro camera view from behind home plate. I'm trying to push the camera between chain links to give you the best view possible. No press box here at Memorial Field, so it's not like I can be up on a higher level, which I would have loved to do. Curveball down low. That's ball one to Tyler McNamara, the right fielder. And here's the 1-0. Down low, it's 2-0. Coaches for Bristol, as Billy Mason's the head coach. Played his baseball at the University of Bridgeport. He's been coaching since 2006. There's a ground ball up the middle. And getting it is Bouchard. And sidearm toss over to first. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the second inning. All 3 ground balls to do it. For Kingston, Rhode Island, in the top of the second inning, no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We'll be right back. Bottom of the second inning. No score here between Kingston, Rhode Island, and Bristol, Connecticut.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
The American Legion. We're a powerful force for the nation. We're the largest veterans service organization in the nation. We're committed to making sure all veterans receive the benefits they deserve for the sacrifices they've made in service to America. If you're a veteran in need of help or support, please contact us. Go to legion.org to find out more about the American Legion's commitment of service to America.
Well, Matty D'Amato steps in down the bottom of the second inning for Bristol. In the face Ben Brody for the first time, and that's a ball up high. Matty D'Amato came on in the first inning yesterday to bat for Anthony Maratti, and he ended up 1 for 4, and there's a strike. So it's 1-1 now to Matty D'Amato. And there's a ball down low. D'Amato played second base as a sophomore on the varsity for Bristol Eastern. The second leading hitter for this Bristol team. And to start the game yesterday, he wasn't in the lineup. And then he got in it. 3-1 now to D'Amato, who's now back at his position at second base. And there's a chopper down to the first baseman. That's Owen Caldwell. He'll take it himself and get the first out. So both teams here so far in this game sort of feeling each other out, trying to put the ball in play. Haven't put the ball in play hard, but just trying to make the other team see who's going to make the first mistake in this game. That seems to be the way the game's been going. Because yesterday, Bristol, was in a tussle, down 3-0 in the first inning to Dover. And there's a ball 1 up high to Joey Crowley, the center fielder. Bristol was down 3-0 in the first inning, scored 1 in the second, 2 in the fourth, and 1 in the seventh to win that game by a score of 4-3. Strike 1 now to Crowley. They also won their first game in this tournament. In 8 innings. There's a swing and a miss. That one was way down low. It hit the dirt, and Crowley knows it as he shakes his head. Joe Crowley plays his baseball at St. Paul Catholic High School. Played JV mostly. Got a squeeze bunt down to get them in the Northern Final in the state tournament in Connecticut. So it's now 2-2 now as that ball's down low. And here's the pitch, and it's down low. South Kingston, Rhode Island manager is Bob Brody. Brian Cromack is the coach, and Dave Mosher is another coach. It's a pop-up out of play over the backstop. South Kingston is post number 39. Bristol's post number 2. In Connecticut, behind Waterbury, which is post number 1. They call him Waterbury 1. I don't even think they're post-sponsored. They're actually just called Waterbury One, I believe. I'm not sure. And there's ball 4. That ball goes down low. First base runner of the game for Bristol here in the bottom of the second.
Right fielder number 5, Jack Kozakowski.
That brings up Jack Kozakowski, the right fielder. Kozakowski played JV baseball at Bristol Eastern, and he fakes a bunt. But he has the only home run of the season for this Bristol team. And there he is faking a bunt. Or maybe he was going to bunt. There's one out, though. Usually you don't. Usually you see it maybe with no outs, but I guess maybe there was a fake bunt steal. Who knows? You see the number of signs given by the coach over there, the head coach, Bill Mason. Greg Lozier, former player on this team, or senior team and junior team. There's a strike. Scoreboard has it at 1 ball, 1 strike here. There is a scoreboard on right field. It's hard to see on your GoPro view. American flag now straight down. There was some wind before kicking up around here, but now it seems to have stopped. They did a nice job on the field. This is in perfect condition. And here's the pitch, and this nearly hits the batter. And the count is 2-1 to Kozakowski. Kozakowski was 1 for 2 with a sacked bunt in yesterday's game. The last night to put him into this finals. So the count is 3-1 now with a 1 out. Is Crowley straddling off first. Here's the 3-1 delivery. There's a ground ball down the third baseline. Foul. Manager order trying to get it with his hand. Just missed it. Maybe he wants to use that helmet. Might be easier. Here's a snack bar here today. Didn't have one yesterday because of that terrible weather we had. As they try to finish this tournament. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner doesn't go, and that's ball 4. 2 straight walks. And that may bring out somebody. Put somebody in the bullpen, but they're not moving down that left field line anywhere. So this brings up Anthony Marotti, the pitcher. Marotti played JV and varsity ball at Bristol Eastern. He now steps in the bat for the first time. Runners on first and second. Both gifts from Ben Broody. Broody looks the runner at second now. Now he looks home and deals. There is a strike. Well, they didn't call it, though. They called it a ball. It was right around, just maybe an inch or so under the knees. It's 1-0. There's a strike, so it's 1-1. First baseman over there, Owen Caldwell, playing up on the grass. Now he backs up a little bit. Thought there might be bunting. Third baseman up on the edge of the grass. And there's strike 2. Good pitch that time by Broody. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, 1 out. Bottom of the second inning, no score. Bristol threatening, runners on first and second. Curveball, there's a ground ball foul on the left field line. That one was up and in, and that time Marotti just pulled it way down the left field line. Look for something outside now, slower. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Anthony Marotti. And they take a look at the guy at second base and bluff him back. Now the wind is picking up now, blowing from right field to left field. Still a tough poke out of here by a junior American Legioner. There was way up and in, so it's 2-2. There's a good contingent of fans on both sides here at Veterans Memorial Park in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. And here's the pitch. Inside for another ball. It's close, but just up and in.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
Oh, had some technical difficulty there for a moment. And we're back here at Veterans Memorial Field. Don't know how whether or not I was down on the stream and how long I was not streaming, but Bristol's ahead now 4-0 on 6 freebies from Kingston, Rhode Island. 4 walks, 2 hit batters, not a single base hit. And Bristol leads this one by a score of 4-0. Well, TJ Murphy will try to poke back in, lead it off here for Kingston. He takes the first pitch of ball. Now there's a strike. And here's the 1-1 delivery now from Anthony Marotti. And that's inside for ball 2. Well, Bristol sent 10 batters to the plate last inning. Matty D'Amato making 2 of the outs. Everybody else, other than Tyler Donahue, getting on base. There's a pop-up and it's out of play. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes now to TJ Murphy, the designated hitter. Well, Kingston downed Franklin, Mass. 6-1, scoring 2 runs in the 5th and 3 in the 6th yesterday, so they have that capability. There's a bloop out to the second baseman. He takes 2 steps, does Matty D'Amato, and 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the 3rd. Billy Roach steps up to the plate now. Billy was one of the heroes of yesterday's game. He was on base all 3 times, got 2 hits, walked, scored 3 runs. He got it going yesterday as a leadoff hitter in 2 of their innings, but now he's up with 1 out. And the first pitch is a strike. They're going to have to start taking pitches now, trailing by 4 runs. Trying to get Marotti's pitch count up as he started this game with 29 pitches because he pitched an inning, well, almost an inning yesterday. That ball's way inside, nearly hits him. So it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike now for Billy Roach. Strange scoreboard when you think about it. 4 runs on no hits, no errors, 3 left on base for Bristol so far. There's a ground ball to short to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard scoops it, sidearms it over to first and makes the play. His 3rd assist of the game so far, and the scorebook turns over, and now you get the top of the order coming up now for Kingston, Rhode Island.
Shortstop number 20.
South Scott Kingston, to be more accurate. This Scotty Cromack comes up to the plate now. And Marotti looks in, trying to pitch to contact, I would imagine. He throws ball 1. You got to keep that pitch count low. Owen Davis doing a good job so far for Bristol behind the plate. He doesn't get the bat, but he's DH'd for, because in the Junior American Legion tournament, you can DH for anybody, similar to high school. Used to be American Legion, you can only DH for the pitcher. Here's the 1-1 pitch now. That one's low, so it's 2-1. There's Anthony Marotti trying to redeem himself from yesterday's disaster, where he didn't get out of the 1st inning. And there's a strike right at the knees, low inside of the bottom of the plate. Cromack flied out to center his first time up. Actually, I believe it was sort of like left center. They're playing him basically to pull. There's a ground ball to the 3rd baseman. Rufino over to Loretti, and they get the final out of the inning. Another 3 up, 3 down inning for Kingston, Rhode Island. We're moving on now to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Bristol leads this one 4-0.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
While I was overseas, the American Legion was behind me all the way, supporting me and my family back home when they needed help. Now I'm a proud member.
When I left the military, I wanted my fellow veterans to have the care and the benefits they deserve. That's why I belong to the American Legion.
I never thought the Legion would have anything for me, but they taught me about teamwork and sportsmanship, and they helped me get into college.
The American Legion. We're at work every day, serving America in so many ways. That's why I belong.
Well, back here at Veterans Memorial Field in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. This is the Junior American Legion Northeast Regional Tournament. These young men, this is it. This is their last game of the season either way, as there is no other tournament for Junior American Legion. No American Legion World Series for that yet. Hopefully they'll see that pretty soon. But Bristol leads this one by a score of 4-0. They'll try to add to that now here in the bottom of the third inning as Joe Crowley comes up. He walked his score to run his first time up, and he takes ball one. Still on the mound, Ben Brudy, who started for Kingston, Rhode Island, or South Kingston. And there's a strike, so it's 1-1. Brudy's had a tough second inning. I tell you, I haven't seen many pitchers with more tougher than that. 4 walks, 2 hit batters. There's a base hit to right field as he hooked that outside pitch. Here's the throw to first, and he throws it to first, but there's nobody there. And now Brudy goes down to second base. It looked like he tried to go to first to see if he can catch him, but the first baseman had no part of it. So score that, a base hit and an E9, allowing the runner to go to second.
These drills probably won't make anyone a #1 draft pick, but these players are